We've got one storyteller left, y'all. And she is somebody who has been blowing me away with her storytelling chops. She's part of the storytelling world. She performed at Bawdy Storytelling at I believe, Sketchfest. And I've been wanting her back for the longest time. She's got a blog called What Would Dara Do? And a podcast, and give it up so hard for your final storyteller tonight, Dara M Wilson.
Oh my gosh. If you're afraid to come to Bawdy and tell a story, like you shouldn't be, because that is worth it. Just coming on the stage and feeling that love. So great. Mic stands. There we go. I'm a big lady. Need a big mic. I have a bit of a cold too, so I apologize for the sexy coughs. My story starts in New Orleans. It is my favorite city. I have been there maybe 6 times, and I love New Orleans so much that even when the girl who I had decided I was no longer going to be friends with said, "Do you want to come to my birthday party in New Orleans?" I was like, "Yes, girl! Oh my God, I can't wait. I haven't been avoiding you at all." But I know that I'm gonna need some backup, so I bring my friend Claudia with me, and Claudia's superpower, besides being a really adorable little brown-skinned girl with a fierce-ass short natural haircut, is that she gets along with everybody. And I get tense and uncomfortable in situations with lots of strangers. Not like this, like different other ones that are not like this at all. And so I like to have Claudia there as backup, because not only, can she just get along with everybody, but she can also read me. So after 2 days straight of 15 strange women and men, she says, "Dara, do you want to get dinner, just the 2 of us?" And I say, "Yes, absolutely, I want to do that, Claudia. Thank you so much." So we have dinner, and at dinner, Claudia says, "I have this friend, Scott. I used to help him out with his problem sets in our math classes in school." And I don't know why she's telling me this, like this is a selling point, but like, cool, problem sets. "He just moved to New Orleans, so we should hang out with him." And we say yes, and through text messages, because we're millennials and we're the worst, we decide we're going to get together and have a sophisticated wine and cheese art crawl. Unfortunately, we are not sophisticated people, and we timed it all wrong and missed the whole thing. So we had a much more on-brand crawl, and that is a bar crawl. So as Scott is taking us to our first destination, I am taking him in. He looks a little bit like Jesse Williams, like that doctor from Grey's Anatomy. Like the same light brown skin, those brown eyes, heavy eyelashes, amazing, big, beautiful lips, except compact, because he's like 5'6", which is fine. I was looking at him, I was like, "Ooh, you look like a snack." Or like a snacklet, or whatever it is. Like he looked portable, and I was into that. And immediately I'm looking at him like, yeah, that face, I like your face. I want to put your face on my face. Like I want to get close to your face and then put my face on it. So we'll see how that's gonna happen throughout the night. So we go to the first bar. It's called Bulldogs. It's like a college bar. The game is on every time there's a touchdown. There's free shots all around. It's kind of awkward talking about man, it's just a real shame that these football players are all gonna get brain damage as you're drowning your own brain in tequila, but we did it. And I said, "Oh, Scott, you like football? Is that why you brought us here?" And he's like, "No, I don't like football." Yeah, it was that awkward. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna get my face in his face space, gotta do a little bit better than that. So we'll keep working. We go back outside. I'm so happy about what I'm wearing, not only because it's super cute, little black blouse, little black and white skirt, which is in right now, and I'm not taking any questions about that. Thank you very much. But also because it's hot as balls, because it's New Orleans, and it's in September, and you basically have to swim through the humidity from bar to bar. So I appreciate that. Yes, you do. So the next place we go is called Sophie's Place, and it's like a speakeasy with a whole bunch of rooms with different music in each room. And so we have our gimlets, and we go to a room with hip hop in it, but you can do that anywhere. So we go to a different room, which is like a really ornate hovel, and it's got a swing band in the corner, very cramped, like do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And so I say, I swanged musical theater, and when I was growing up, and I did the swing dance. And Scott's like, he's not impressed with me. And I'm not particularly impressed with myself. But we're gonna keep working on this. So we go to a place with tropical rum drinks. We go to a place with gourmet popcorn. We go to a place where we're taking shots of Kraken. And finally, we end up at this place, Jackie's, that has karaoke. This is where I live. This is where I thrive. We put in For Killing Me Softly. We sip our Greyhounds while we're waiting. Claudia and I do the song together. This is our song that we do at karaoke, so we're hitting all the harmonies. It sounds amazing. We finish, we drop the mic, and we're out of there. We don't drop the mic, actually, because mics are expensive and you shouldn't do that. That's like not a part of the story, but just like something I like to tell people when I have the chance. Finally, Scott's looking like, oh, maybe something might be going on here. So he says, I'm gonna take you to my neighborhood bar. It's called Everett's. We go in, and it is like the definition of a hole in the wall, which is fine. There's only 3 people in there other than us. The first is a guy who's at the bar in a little man bun who is like, oh, hey, like, how come I can't say the N-word? It's like the worst, right? And I'm like, dude, if the worst thing in your life is that you can't say a single word, your life is okay. And I don't have time to like go into the whole context of institutional oppression and blah, blah, blah. So why don't you take yourself and your little man bun and go away? And Scott's like, oh, so you like to talk about social justice things, huh? And I'm like, why, yes, Scott. Why, yes, I do. And an older woman comes up to me and she is like, you gotta sign this petition for us because we used to be able to play music and now we can't play music anymore because all these white people moved in and now they call the cops on us. And Scott's like, oh, hey, this is my friend Judith. You should sign her petition. And I did. And then we went out to a back alley because we both were like, we gotta go to the bathroom. And Scott was like, I'm gonna kiss you now. And he pushed me back against like this wet stone, because it's New Orleans and it's wet. And he starts to kiss me, and it's amazing. And he goes to slide a few fingers underneath my skirt to feel how wet I am, and he says, oh, is this a skirt? I'm not willing to talk about it, okay? We all decide to go home to Scott's house. He makes us like margaritas, which is obviously what we need at this point in the night. I meet his roommate, who is a gorgeous woman who has, she's a public school teacher, and she's like really socially conscientious. So I kiss her for a little bit because that kind of stuff really turns me on. And she had tattoos, and it was amazing. And I think that's all that's gonna happen until we all decide to go to bed, and Scott's at the end of the bed, and he has his robe open. And I say, well, come on. And he crawls up onto the bed like that girl who in The Ring when she comes out of the... And I try really hard not to laugh, but I'm bad at that. So I laughed a little bit. And then he's all over me. He's kissing me, he's sucking on my nipples, he's down, sucking on my clit, the come hither, right? And I am so turned on by all of his social justice stuff. Like he was talking about the school to prison pipeline, and I was like, yes, put it in me. I came so hard, so loud, had to put a pillow over my face to stop my 4 a.m. screams. And then I pulled him up so that I could have his dick in my mouth because that is all I wanted. I was like, yes, jackpot, reward, come on. Come and get this mouth. And he is plunging himself inside of me, and I, with every gag, am feeling more and more empowered and so happy that I have come to New Orleans again. And finally, I shake my head to clear it of all the alcohol because I want to remember every moment of this. And that is the moment that makes him release down my throat, and we collapse into loveliness and slumber. And all I want to tell you all is that I have 2 pieces of advice. Make sure to get yourself to New Orleans. And defend the people who need defending, because it's going to get you laid. Thank you.
Dara M Wilson.